you'll understand. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's me, and today I'm going to give you my review of Five Nights at Freddy's and why I actually enjoyed it more than I thought I was going to, but that's also why you probably aren't going to like it at all. So Five Nights at Freddy's is the big screen adaptation of the video game series Five Nights at Freddy's that has been out since 2014. Massive, massive following. People who love those games, love those games. And do me a favor, take a moment to subscribe down below. It helps the channel a lot. So what's the draw? It's got jump scares all the time. It's gross. It's got super violence in it. It's like unbelievable. And those people are the people who are going to be the most disappointed in this movie. The main star of this film is Josh Hutcherson. He kind of made it big in the Hunger Games series. So it was nice to see him on the screen. I thought he himself did a magnificent job. And the funny part is, the story of him, his family, his sister that he takes care of in this custody battle, that they took a long time in the film developing that in the beginning. That was the most interesting to me and what I actually appreciated in the film. Some of those deeper things that go on in that part of the story were much deeper than I expected in a film like this. But that's also the problem with the film. The people who want to see Five Nights at Freddy's are not getting it. It's like you're going to the pizza joint to get your favorite pizza, and they're serving you raw fish heads and rice. You're not going to like it. Generally, the film is just not that scary. The people who are going to see it want to see that, and it's just not really there. There's basically one major scene that gives you that Five Nights at Freddy's experience, and the rest of it's just not. There's a few jump scares here and there. Some of them are more comedic than they are anything else, but overall the film just doesn't create a lot of tension. I did not watch the film with my hands grabbing hold of each other or the seat or being tense or kind of like nerves. No anxiety whatsoever for the most part, and that's the disappointment in the film. Because even though this film isn't necessarily my thing that I would go see and be like, oh yeah, I want to see that movie so hardcore, I could tell by the audience response, they weren't impressed either. Okay, and speaking of audiences, here's the other thing that was actually an unfortunate situation. People behind me a couple rows back, it was a guy and a girl, and while the filmmakers are trying to establish this scene, this tension, this anxiety building situation, their reply to anything like that throughout the entire movie was to laugh about it or giggle about it. Ha 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 ha, that's crazy. It took you out of it so much. Please, oh my God, if you're one of those people, stop it. Normally when you go see a film opening night, you get the fans that want to see that particular film. And for the most part, everyone was really quite silent. The most kind of like reaction for people was a few giggles and laughs at some spots that were genuinely funny, but they were way too far in between. There was just a couple of instances and that was basically it. So overall, what am I gonna rate this movie? I'm gonna rate this movie a 50. A 50. It was decent. I enjoyed it more than I thought I was going to, but I know hardcore fans who are going to see Five Nights at Freddy's are going to be just absolutely disappointed. They may watch it afterwards. No one was talking about it. They were just kind of like, okay. A few people that were sitting next to me after the film, after the credits started rolling, literally just looked at each other and went. So ultimately, would I even recommend you see the film? Listen, if you're a Five Nights at Freddy's fan and you're expecting to see scares and violence and that, you're going to be completely disappointed. There's no nice way to say that. And if you're not that group, if you're just somebody who wants to go see a cool movie, you're probably not going to go see this one because it's just not marketed for you. So why would you go see this if you're not into scares? Again, they're trying to they're promoting it as something like this, but they're giving you a completely different product here. It's unfortunate. All right, buddy, that wraps it up for me today. Thanks so much for stopping by. Don't forget to like and subscribe down below, and we'll see you guys in the next one.